Well, that's it, boys. What's up, Fin fans? So I'm sick, and I'm sick from watching this game. So this video might not be as energetic or as long as it normally is, and I do apologize for that. Miami loses to the Jacksonville Jaguars, 17-7. Officially knocked out of the playoffs because the Colts won and the Patriots won, so Dolphins are done. But like a lot of you guys said, even if they made the playoffs, what's the point? This game was really bad. At some point, I honestly thought that this game was going to end in a tie, which would have been poetic justice just for both teams and how they both suck so bad. My news and notes, the first drive, Dolphins march right down the field, score a touchdown, and you think to yourself, all right, I think we're going to win this one. And then Giants are up 14-0 on the Colts, and you're like, oh, all right. And then all of a sudden the Patriots fumble the ball. You're like, oh, my God. Is things going to actually pan out for the Dolphins? But no, they didn't. They just... I don't know what to say about it anymore. Kiko Alonso didn't play. He suited up, and I think he was in there for like one play, and then that was it. They took his helmet away. He was done. Don't expect him to play next week. I wouldn't even expect Xavier Howard to play next week, but I'll touch more about that later on, or maybe even in another video. I'm going to get more into this game. In my notes, the third thing I put is refs suck. Now, if you are a Jaguars fan and you're like, hey, you know, we got bad calls too, I'm not saying the refs suck because of the one-sided bias that it's... These refs in the NFL have been have been calling games horrendously all year, and they need to be held accountable. If you make a bad call and you're a ref, you should be fired, or you should be fined, or they need to be held accountable so they can start making these calls on better judgment, because not only does it kill drives and kill momentum, but it has cost games this year. So I just wanted to touch on that because goddamn, the refs were so bad. The defense didn't play bad, but you didn't play great. Like, the Jacksonville Jaguars suck. Dolphins suck more, obviously, because we lost to them. But the Jacksonville Jaguars aren't good, and there was times where they were making throws, they were running, they were just doing what they wanted to against this defense. And it really bothered me. I'm so tired of the Dolphins blitzing, and then you have your corners playing 5-10 yards off. You're just going to throw a quick pass. The blitz not going to get to the quarterback. So, like, it's again Matt Burke, his schemes, and the wide nine, and having his players not in the position where they can succeed. I'm going to talk about that in a second, about the whole coaching staff. Don't you worry, pray a little ahead. The Dolphins get the ball on the Jaguars 33 yard, and they don't do anything. They literally that whole play, the whole play calling in that sequence was, let's get a field goal. Let's run the ball, maybe get a convert on third down. If not, we'll kick a field goal, and then Sanders misses it. While I was in the bar, one of the Dolphins fans was like, this dude's clutch, he never misses. Thanks. Wake played really well. They were getting sacks, you know, but again, you're playing the Jaguars. I feel like they should have held the Jaguars to no points if you want to give the defense any type of credit, or if you want to get Burke any type of credit, because the Jaguars aren't good either. And the Jaguars defense just completely destroyed the Dolphins. So, you know, Wake got his sacks, he did great. Under the 2 minute, you know, Tannehill needs to... Alright, let's get into Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill, I've said this time and time again, he's not a great quarterback, he's not a bad quarterback. He's a quarterback. He's a good backup. He'll win you 5-6 games, you know, if your starting quarterback gets hurt. But that's who he is, and he's not a franchise quarterback, he's not a starting quarterback. And you have the Tannehill fans who don't like hearing that because they think Tannehill's good. And he doesn't have the offensive line, he didn't have the coaching, he doesn't have the weapons. You know, you stack up the excuses, right? And then you have the Tannehill people who hate him, regardless of how good he does, and then you guys have your reasonings, which are both solid reasonings, but then you have to come to the middle ground where I like to think I am, and look at it objectively and just say that he's not what the Dolphins need. He's not what the Dolphins can use to get where they want to be. Now, at this point with Tannehill, it's like, do you let him go and start from new, or do you keep him and build off of you know, bringing in younger guys and letting him, you know what I'm saying? But it all depends on what they do with Gase. But right now, Tannehill is Ryan Tannehill. He's a Chad Henne. He's a, you know, Jay Cutler. He's a Jake Plummer. You know, he'll win you games, but he ain't gonna win you championships. And I'm tired of having that type of quarterback. I want a game where it's the final drive put in Tannehill's hands. I have no fear in my heart. Or, you know, people need to start playing and scheming their defense towards Tannehill because he's going to shred them. I want a quarterback like that, so I'm ready to move on from Tannehill. I've been ready. I've said it how many times throughout this season. If you're a new subscriber, go back, watch my videos. I've said time and time again, we need to move on, we need to move on, we need to move on. So we need to move on. There are some series where I will give the defense some credit, but it also goes to just how bad the Jaguars were. Like, the Jaguars get the ball, Miami's 20 ended up punting because of penalties and sacks. So, you know, you give the defense credit, but then you also have to just, like, look at it in a whole, and it's the Jaguars. Jaguars suck, but in a whole, we're knocked out of the playoffs. You know, we all saw it coming. We all thought, you know, we had a chance to make it, but were we really going to make it? Especially after the Titans winning, and especially after the Ravens winning, it was like, all right, you know, let's see what happens with this game. And when it comes to Gase, when it comes to Burke, when it comes to Tannehill, when it comes to the future of this team, I'm going to make a special video about that, and I'm going to break that down. But in a whole, I think after this game, it might have sealed Adam Gase's fate to get fired. I think that they're going to clean house. I think that they're going to start fresh now. An 8-8 season, like say they beat the Bills, which I don't think they'll beat the Bills now, so they'll probably go 7-9. They got one game better from last season, with even more injuries and less talent. But you know, I think Stephen Ross is tired of this. I hope he's tired of the mediocrity that's been going on with this team for the past decade. So do I want Gase fired? No, I don't want him doing play calling, and I don't want him, you know, having control of the 53-man roster like he has now. I want them to take away some of his power, but to take away some of his power, he's going to be like, just fire me. So I honestly think that they're going to clean house. I think Burke will be gone. I think, you know, Gase will be gone. I honestly think, you know, Greer will be gone. Tannenbaum. That's what I think. I might be wrong. I might be proven wrong, but we'll see. As time goes on, I'm going to be making more videos. Like I told you, I have plans for a lot of videos for these guys, for this stuff. But, and like I've said before, Dolphins lose 17-7. It was just a messy game on both sides. I honestly thought, like, I was like, I don't want to watch this anymore. It's going to end at a tie, 7-7 tie. But then, you know, Tannehill throws the pick 6, and that's how it ends. Well, it doesn't end with the pick 6, but that was the downfall. The pick 6 was the downfall. So I'm going to get to one of you guys' comments, and I'll elaborate more on it. So this one comes from Milton Hernandez. He said, the offensive line is garbage, as is the play calling, to be sure, but Ryan Tannehill has played behind multiple lines and under several coach regimes, all with same results. How much more of this do you need to see? Milton, I agree. Again, this is what a lot of people who like Ryan Tannehill and think he should stay with the team say, is, you know, he plays behind a bad offensive line, he played behind bad coaching, bad schemes, bad this, bad that. Good quarterbacks and quarterbacks that trend towards elite have played behind crappy offensive lines. Look at Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson played behind a horrible offensive line and still made game-winning drives, still made plays, still had pocket presence. Tannehill doesn't have that. Tannehill has never had pocket presence, and Tannehill has never had the know-withal to throw the ball away. He just takes sacks. He wants to wait longer for the play to get open, or he stares down his receiver while the guy over there is standing there butt naked, wide open. Tannehill has his flaws. That's why I keep saying he's not a bad quarterback, but he's not a starting quarterback. So, like you said, I think we've seen what we need to see, and this offseason is going to be very entertaining for Dolphin fans. It will be very entertaining for this channel because there's going to be a lot of moves and a lot of changes and a lot of videos from me. So comment below. Let me know what you guys think of the loss. Let me know what you guys think of the future of the team. Let me know, you know, should Gase get fired? Should Burke get fired? Should they completely wipe and clean house? I've already seen some of your comments where you guys are completely done. They need to completely clean house, which after today's game, I'm not against that. So comment below, let me know. Follow me on Twitter. I was tweeting with a lot of you guys during this game. Just broke 300 Twitter followers, so I appreciate you guys that are following me on Twitter. Thank you very much. Go follow my second channel, The Bit Boys. We put out videos every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We got some videos going on next week. This is the last week of Christmas time, so it's Christmas videos. And then let me know if there's any games you want us to play, and we'll start playing them. Give this video a thumbs up. Now, I normally tell you guys why to give this video a thumbs up. I normally tell you guys, be optimistic, or, you know, we got this going on, and we got that going on, and, you know, give it a thumbs up because we're still in the playoffs and stuff like that. But I'm going to tell you right now, give it a thumbs up because you're a Dolphins fan. Because regardless of how bad it gets, you're a Dolphins fan. It's hard. It's very, very hard to be a Dolphins fan, but it pays off in the end. Seahawk fans were bad forever. Patriot fans were bad forever. Steeler fans were bad for a good amount of time. All these teams that are playing very well and top echelon right now were bad. It will get better. This team will turn it around, and this team will go back to being great. So give this video a thumbs up because you're a Dolphins fan through and through. You bleed these colors, and regardless of how the season goes, who gets fired, who our coaches, who our quarterback coaches, you still watch the game. So subscribe if you're not subscribed already. If you can't tell, I'm a huge Dolphin fan after that little speech. I got a ton of stuff planned for this channel. I'm moving again. I've moved before, so this is going to look different. I'm getting a studio, and I'm going to have more Dolphin stuff up behind me. I'm going to have it's going to be badass. So subscribe if you're not subscribed already, because this channel's taking off, and things are going to get way better. So I will see you guys. I have a Christmas video planned for you guys. So on Christmas, I'll post a video. So if you have time, watch it. If not, watch it when you can. But I'll see you guys either Monday or Tuesday, but I'm thinking Tuesday. And like usual, guys, stay classy. You know, it sucks, but we love this team. Like usual, fins up.